Hello, you guys. Happy Sunday. I'm trying to make sure that I'm live inside the group. This is the first time that I've done one of these live trainings inside of our group from YouTube. Typically, I do a Zoom, but I really wanted to make this more convenient for you so you were able to just hop into one spot and catch it live there. But I don't see it popping up yet, so I'm going to give it just a second and see if this is working. Oh, I do see it. Okay. So I am on here. I'm live inside the group. I'm going to refresh that page a couple of times just to see if any of you guys hop on and have any questions while I'm talking, and then we'll be able to get those asked and answered. But until then, I just want to say a big welcome and hello. How is your first week going? I know typically the first week is like, what did I get myself into? This is wild. It will settle in. You'll settle in. You'll get a groove. You'll feel better about it. But just know that you're in the right place, and I'm going to help you every step of the way. For those of you that don't know me, my name is Sally. Am a mom to two. I have a 5-year-old and a newborn. She is 3 months old. So I'm still nursing and in all of that recovery phase right now. But it's been a blessing to have you guys and to be on this journey with you all. And I'm a crazy person who, on top of all of the nursing and lack of sleep right now, my daughter, my 5-year-old, had her dance recital today. So we went and did that. And then we took her out to eat, and then we played afterwards. And then I had a training call before this one, and now I've got you guys and one more after. And so I have a feeling that I'm going to sleep hard tonight, other than the times I have to get up to nurse. But anyways, it's great to have you all here. It is week 1. If you've not filled out your assessment form, make sure you do that so I can get you custom macronutrient plan. The point of doing that is to make sure that your body is getting exactly what it needs. And how do I know what it needs? Well, I don't know exactly, but I know about 95% of it. And that's because we are all individuals. And based on your age, your gender, your height, your size, whether you're on medicine, whether you have an underlying health concern, if you have diabetes, hypothyroidism, if you are injured, if you sleep really well at night or you don't, if you stay really stressed or if you're pretty chill about everything, if you work inside the home, there's all kinds of factors that I look at. If you were working out before coming to the program, or if you're really starting just to work out now, there are lots of things that I look at so I can determine how much fuel your individual body needs. There are a lot of cookie cutter programs out there that are going to tell you to eat 1,000 calories or tell you to eat 1,200 calories. And that is garbage, you guys, because you are a whole person and you are a unique individual and your body has specific needs. And so 1,000 calories, 1,200 calories, that is way too little, way too little. You are basically at that point, you will lose weight, but you're just losing water weight and inflammation from being bloated from sodium and processed foods. And so when you eat less of those things because you're consuming less calories, you're going to naturally lose weight. But then the problem is you're not going to be able to sustain that. And so whether that's a week from now, a month from now, a year from now, or 5 years from now, you're eventually going to give in and you're going to start eating birthday cakes and you're going to start eating pasta and tacos and pizza and the things that regular people eat throughout the month. And when you do that, your body is going to hold on to every single bit of that sodium and fat and be like, oh, she might go into starvation mode again. I need to store all of this. And your body's going to start storing all of that weight that you lost. So you're going to gain back the 20 pounds that you lose doing that, plus an additional 20 pounds because of the stress you put on your body and the cortisol increase. So let's not do that. That's why you're here. That's why you're with me. If you started to look through the plan and you're wondering, like, Maybe you feel like it's a lot. Maybe you feel like it's really simple. Always have a wide scale of people and what they feel and what they think about. And I looked on here, and none of you all had questions for me. So I'm just going to roll with it and kind of talk through some of the most commonly asked questions. The biggest one I get is, do I have to work out? And my answer is no and yes, all at the same time. So you don't have to work out to lose weight. You don't have to work out to burn fat. You don't have to work out to reach your 50-pound, your 20-pound, 50-pound, 100-pound goal. But if you work out, when you work out, you are doing so many things for your whole body. One, you're going to build strength, which is going to push out fat even faster. And it's specifically going to push out the fat, the visceral fat that's around your organs. And that kind of fat is what causes heart disease, hypothyroidism, high blood pressure, high cholesterol. It causes, diabetes. It causes a whole, I don't know if I said heart risks, but like it causes a whole slew of issues when you have fat that's stored around your organs. And then, of course, when you work out, you're going to be building endurance, you're going to be building strength, and you need those things for a lifetime. Because, yeah, right now in your 30s and 40s, you're not thinking about the needs of yourself in your 50s, 60s, 70s, and 80s. But do you know that the average elderly person goes on a downward spiral of their health when they have a fall, because their body can't recover from a fall because they don't have the muscle. They don't have the skeletal muscle mass that they need. And another fun fact is that a lot of people think that your immune system is based solely on the foods that you eat. And that's not necessarily true. Yes, it's great to get, really healthy foods in your body so that your body can build up immunity. But when you are sick, when you have the flu, if you have COVID, if you have any kind of illness like that, your body pulls the amino acids and pulls all of the nutrition from your muscle mass to help you recover faster. So the more muscle you have on your body, the less sick you're going to be, and the faster you will recover when you do get sick. And so muscle mass is important for that. So yes, you want to work out so that you build strength, so that you can push out a lot of fat and a lot of visceral fat. You want it to have strength so you can carry in a lot of groceries, so that you can get up and down from the floor easy, so that you can, if you're in danger or if something crazy happens in an emergency, you have muscles to get you through that. And one of the most important key pieces for me, because I had 100 pounds to lose, was the mindset. When I was working out, that was something that I showed up to do almost every day. I work out about 3 to 5 days a week. And that showing up for myself 3 to 5 days a week, it shifted my mindset. It told me I am a priority. My health is a priority. My needs are a priority. And just because you're prioritizing your own health needs, it doesn't mean that your family's needs are put on a back burner. It just means that you're simply adding your own needs into the mix of things now. So instead of neglecting yourself and feeling like a shell of a human because you're tired, and you're the one that probably does the dinners, you probably schedule appointments, you pick out the things for parties, you get bedtimes together, you clean the house, you're doing the laundry, you're kissing the boo-boos, you're, taking care of things for your kids, no matter if they're 2 or if they're 22. You are doing things because you are the woman and you have a list of responsibilities. And because of that, you tend to put yourself on the back burner, because that's one less thing that you have to take care of when you're already bombarded with a list of responsibilities. But what I want to encourage you is that when you sneak yourself in and weave yourself into that mix, what's actually happening is you're going to become more efficient. You're going to have a better mindset. You're going to have more energy. You're going to physically feel better. You're not going to have like the daytime slump, the 2 o'clock to 3 o'clock slump every day where you're exhausted and want to sit on your couch, you're going to have a better mood for your family and for yourself. Everything's going to feel better when you take care of yourself. And for me, showing up for workouts was like putting a flag, stamping a paper, saying I'm here no matter what. So, do you have to work out to lose weight? No. Do I encourage it? Please. I absolutely do. Start with 2 days. Get a walk in and press play on a strength training day. Start there. And then the next week, go for 2 walks and press play on 2 strength training days. And look at there, you're going for 4 days. And then do another strength training day. If you can get a walk in, great. But I really want you guys to build muscle. Walks are excellent. Get those in when you can. I love to go for a 20-minute walk after dinner. It's a great time to cool down with the family, and just to spend some one-on-one time together, or to have some peace of mind on the nights that I go by myself and leave the screaming kids at home. So do that for yourself. But do you have to work out? No, but I do encourage it. The other question I get all the time is, what is up with all the macros? And as the weeks go on, you're getting ready to get into the thick of the macros. So I'm not going to talk too long on those right now. But as you get into looking more in the macros, I want you to take a deep breath, and I want you to have the mindset that I'm learning macros. I'm learning how to fuel my body with nutrition, with nutrition, with nutrition. And that's all macros are. It's teaching you what type of nutrition is in the food that you're eating. And so instead of counting calories, where they tell you to restrict to lose weight, we want you to look at macronutrients. So we make sure you're eating enough. You need more fuel so that you can burn more fat. When you eat less, you are storing fat and not able to burn it as easily or as effectively. And so when you start looking at your macros for these next few weeks, I want you to make sure you are eating all of your macros. And it is going to be a lot. It's going to be more food than you're used to. And you're going to think, holy moly, is this really going to work? But it is. And you have to trust that process. You have to trust that you came to me, a specialist, not only a fat loss specialist, I'm a behavior specialist. I am degreed in this. And it's important that you understand that your body needs nutrition. And here's why this is important. I want you to think about this for a second. Put your honesty helmet on and ask yourself, how many diets have you done in your life? And when doing those diets, were you looking to eat more food, or were you eating less food? Were you watching your portion sizes? Were you counting calories to stay under a certain amount? Were you cutting back on carbs? All of these things tell you to do less, to eat less, to consume less. And where are you today? Still looking for a solution. So I want you to lean into this process, trust it, and know that your macros are set for your body's needs. And I want you to eat enough. I want you to eat as much of those macros as possible. And don't let the balancing of, well, this has this many carbs, but this has this many fats, and this has this many proteins, and how's it all going to work together? Don't let all those details bombard you and make you run away from this process. I want you, sorry, I'm just refreshing to make sure no one's asked questions. I want you to look at this. I just said this with my last group, and I typically wouldn't share this till later, but I feel like I got to share it now. I want you to think of this as a puzzle. And if I put in front of you a box of 1,000-piece puzzle, and it was a picture of a field of daisies, all white daisies, you're going to look at that puzzle and be like, absolutely not. How am I ever, all the pieces look the same. How am I ever going to figure out how to make sure this is balanced with this, and this connects to here, and where's this batch of them, and where's that batch of them? You're going to feel overwhelmed unless you think smarter, not harder, and you focus in on what's different about some of those puzzle pieces. The edges, the outside edges. You can put the puzzle together first by starting with the outside frame of the puzzle, and that's going to be your protein. What I want you to do this next week is to focus on your protein. I want you to reach your protein goals almost every single day. And it's not about perfection, but it's about making sure that you get enough, because when you're giving your body enough protein, that's going to feed that hunger hormone in your belly, and you're not going to crave as many sugary or like salty sodium processed snacks. You're going to actually fill your body, fuel your body, and your stomach won't say, give me more of the unhealthy stuff. You're going to satisfy that hunger hormone in your gut. The second thing that's going to happen is you are going to get the fats out of the protein that are going to give your brain hormone what it needs to function and thrive. You have hormones throughout your whole body, and they all do something different. And so you need the right type of nutrition, and it all starts with protein, because more than likely when you're running late, when you don't have time to do something, you are trying to fill up on sandwiches or pastas or something like leftover hamburger helper type meals, lasagnas, spaghettis, things like that. And the amount of carbs that you take in paired with the amount of protein you take in is not balanced. You're taking in a lot of carbs and not enough protein. You can still have the pastas, you can still have all the stuff that I just mentioned, but you need to make sure you're getting the right protein source with that. So real quick, I'm getting ready to hop off here. I just want to show you something. If you go to your Faster Way app and you click down here, oh, where's the screen? You click down here where this clipboard icon is, and you scroll to the bottom. I have a lot of stuff here because of my coaching folder, but if you scroll to the bottom, you'll see where it says macro cheat sheets. I want you to look at that protein cheat sheet. I hope I'm saying cheat sheet and nothing else. And it's going to show you like commonly consumed foods and how many grams of protein they have in there. And so this is going to be a great resource for you. For example, just to make it simple so that you can kind of think about what you want to do for the next few weeks. If you say you have 100 grams of protein to eat in a day, and you eat 4 times, you eat 3 meals and a snack, divide 100 by 4, and that's going to be 25 grams of protein at every meal. And so if you need 25 grams of protein at every meal, you can look on here and say that for breakfast, you're going to eat egg whites or eggs in general. An egg is going to be like 7 to 10 grams of protein. Half a cup of egg whites is 13 grams of protein, but I eat the whole egg because I like the egg. I like the yolk in there too. So say that you want bacon, 2 slices of bacon is 5 grams. So you're going to be able to build, if you need 25 grams of protein at breakfast, you're going to build it based on this. 6 ounces of ground turkey is 33 grams. So maybe you'll have that for lunch in a bowl and pair lettuce with it, or pair quinoa, or pair rice or potatoes. But start with this. Start with your protein, build from there. So I hope that was helpful. I hope I didn't overwhelm you getting into this, but the whole point of this is understanding that you need simplified nutrition. Don't let this overwhelm you. The reason you're focusing on tracking your macros is so that you can learn how much your body truly needs to burn fat and to help take care of any underlying health concerns and to support your hormone functions. Once you're doing that, you're going to be able to shred fat. You're going to be able to build lean muscle, especially whenever you're working out and strength training. So I hope this was helpful. I really wanted to get on and answer your all's questions for the week. If it's about intermittent fasting, you all have a specific intermittent fasting goal. Most of you are 16-8. You're going to fast for 16 hours through the night, meaning you'll cut it off. You're eating at 8 p.m. and you'll start eating again at noon the next day. That's 16 hours of fasting, and then you'll have 8 hours of eating from noon to 8, or it can be from 7 to 11, or however your schedule reflects. For those of you that have hypothyroidism, diabetes, or any underlying health concerns, you're probably going to need to focus more on like a 12-hour or 14-hour fasting window. Text me if that's you and you want to know more about that. And then You need to get that 7 to 8 hours of sleep so that your body can reduce the cortisol levels that are happening in your body so that you can actually start to get rid of that cortisol fat. And then, of course, drink water because you need hydration. If you're not staying hydrated, your body is releasing more cortisol, which again stores as fat in your midsection, under your chin, in your hips, things like that. So, I hope that this was helpful. If you have any questions, let me know. But just know that for the next few weeks, yes, I want you to try and track everything, but the most important thing to focus on is getting your protein in and pressing play on your strength training workouts. I hope you have a wonderful Sunday, and we'll chat soon. I'll do another one of these trainings in like a week or two, so get your questions ready. You can also ask them inside the group on any of the posts, and you can also text me as needed. Love you guys, and have a wonderful Sunday.